The plaintiffs are suing the Republic for injustice, emotional trauma, and denial of human rights of the citizenry. They aver the Republic has been treating some prison inmates unfairly and are so seeking judgment against the state as well as any such reliefs the court may deem appropriate.
So this is an ongoing case of extreme importance as far as our statehood is concerned and her responsibility to her citizens, be they prisoners or otherwise.
Your Honor, hold your tongue. Even I have not let you talk plenty because I think that I know what you are going to talk. That this man can't speak English, so let me speak the English for the man.
How many of you were put in the car?
I need to meet you, but I need a door on there.
Okay.
He said that time he can't teach how many people are in the car.
He can't
but
tell.
Wow, Mama, who was your supplier? Alidu,
the person who blamed me, goats and sheep, are my family peoples.
My lord, can he be told to hasten the interpretation because it is dragging too much, taking a lot from my firepower to pin him down?
This is Makola. Kejetia, this is Makola. Purely satiric, you laugh and laugh. Kejetia, this is Makola. New kind of cult where everything goes. A kind of cult where everything goes. Or the street meets the law in this funny cult. Inti Nimra. Mesumi Nimra, Woo Nimra, Mesumi Nimra. You know the rules, but I know the exceptions. You know the exceptions, but I know the rules. Kejetia Makola, we all learned the law.
Counsel,
My lord.
you are introducing a set of facts. Do you have any evidence to support it?
My lord, I have evidence to things I say. And so, my lord, I will present this to the court. The word of mouth statement given by Mr. Alfred Mahama.
Counsel, are these facts proudly known to your opposing counsel?
No, Your Honor.
My lord, the knowledge
Counsel.
of... My lord?
I take it that you are an experienced officer of the State Attorney Department.
Of course, my lord, I am.
And so you should be very, very clear on the rules of the court of procedures. You cannot introduce a set of facts that the opposing counsel is not aware of. And so it will be the instruction of the court to strike out that part of his submission. Counsel, you may proceed.
No problem, my lord. Mahama, when you were speaking with your attorney over there, you indicated that you were usually sent in the prison to go and buy things and then they would send you again while you were on that errand, true? Where
I beg you, it's true.
Where were you sent to in the prison?
Your Honor, if you go to outside, you have seen that some priests are there, they have said things. That's why they are telling me to go and buy the things they have said.
My lord, and here I would pause for a sober reflection on this court, that this man who sleeps in a room which is highly congested, in a prison where their rights of movement are curtailed, would go out of the prison to a supermarket or a shop or a store and buy for prison officers.
If I may, Your Honor,
Yes,
sometimes these prisoners are given errands to run. Some of them go out to fetch firewood. Some of them are given assignments outside.
Counsel, are you testifying to the court?
Your Honor, I'm defending my client.
Russian! My lord,
Your Honor, just even the man have not tell you what outside he have go. Because if this priest is called
Objection, my lord. The last I heard, he was not allowed to give anything from his mind to this court pertaining this case, my lord.
And so your case on this point is that what? That the prisoner cannot fulfill instructions?
My lord, it is that they have put a wrong witness here to lie to this court, who just claimed he was sent outside the prison when it is obvious, and my lord, it is stated inside the prison on the walls that you are not allowed to go out alone.
Objection, Your Honor, Your Honor. What is this matter in the court? This man think that we are here to come and joke. Because this woman can't tell the court that he go outside. If you are standing in some room and you are stepped to the outside, you are outside. If you are stepped to the outside the house, you are still outside. If you are stepped to Ghana outside, still you are outside. The man have not tell you what outside you have go to. You say that this thing.
All is fair and square, my lord. If that is sustained, I agree. But then I would like this court to know on record that in no prison in the Ghanaian prison system are there shops inside the prisons. The only shops in there are those which...
Your Honor, all the people in the world know that if you go to prison, some people are there. They sell all the things. Everything you want to get, they can get.
Very well, counsel. Counsel, the point you are seeking to establish is that by his testimony, he can't be an appropriate prisoner, right?
Yes, my lord.
Well, point made. Can you carry on, please?
End of my questioning for now,
Thank you very much. Alidu, you'll be excused from the stand. Please return to your seat. Are there any other witnesses you'd like to call?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to call on Mr. Fred Adam, an inmate of the Kumasi prison.
He's an inmate of the Kumasi prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
Fred, would you hasten to take your position, please? Fred, I suppose you can speak English?
Mira, me pacho Debbie.
Mr. Fred, how old are you?
Pacho, me what 45 years.
Your Honor, I beg you, have chopped 45 years old.
What did you do for a living before you were arrested?
Me that's it. Me pacho.
Thank you.
Me pacho, na me bank manager.
Your Honor, I beg you, I was bank manager. What bank?
What bank?
That you are not able to speak English.
Mira, me that's it. Me pacho, na me wa atwuma. Ana me yi kakra mfonso kakra bi na ya de me ba.
And you can't speak English?
Me that's it. Me pacho mitimi kan brofo no, na emom no mitimi kan yie. Enam se me ko da prison no, me ebia na maka abro so.
Your Honor.
Well, he's entitled to what language he wants to.
The English there, I can speak, but because I'm going to sleep in prison, maybe if I speak there, I speak to overload.
Okay.
The one you can speak, is it like lawyer in English?
Me pacho prison there yentino ebia na ebe chen onu kra de no.
Your Honor.
Also, your English can be better than his.
So maybe if I speak English, my English is better past loyalty.
Oh, is that the case? This guy. Well, counsel.
Maybe when I finish to interpret, that time I hear myself.
Counsel,
Your Honor.
The court would love to hear his kind of English. So would if you please return to your seats and allow him to express himself freely.
Sure.
Me that's it.
Hey, objection, Your Honor. The man told you that I haven't talked to you like this.
Counsel.
Please, speak English.
Yes.
Thank you, my
Let's
lord.
hear your English.
Thank you, my lord. Please, I was a banker at Kubin.
A banker or a bank manager?
A bank manager at Kubin. And someone came for a loan by. It was a huge money, so the person didn't came and pay for it.
Your Honor, it's true.
It's very true, right? Can you give him a round of applause? Very well noted. He speaks better English than you, right?
Oh, no.
No. But he said he will overspeak it.
Okay.
So right now he's overspeaking, right?
Oh yeah, overspeak bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
Very well, very well. Proceed.
Thank you, my lord. Some man came for a loan by. He refused to pay, and the bank corrupt. The bank corrupts.
The bankrupt.
It went
Corrupt.
bankrupt.
We went bankrupt.
Uh-huh.
So,
very well. Well,
The man is good.
Yeah.
I like the way the man
Wow.
is good.
Yeah, very well established. Very well established. Proceed.
Thank you, my Lord.
Kubing bank manager.
Yes, my Lord.
Yes. So how do you end up in prison? You were talking about the loan
Yes.
going wrong.
Yeah, the man didn't come and pay the money.
Yeah.
Okay. Counsel.
So,
Sorry, my lord.
so I was, the bank was corrupt, and also I didn't get a place to
Your Honor,
find
if
the
I
money
may,
to.
speed things up, let me just ask him straightforward questions so that he can
Okay,
answer
very well.
straightforward.
Very well.
Okay, so why were you arrested, please? Straight to the point.
I was arrested by because of the money. I didn't get huge money to pay that money for the man, and the
But
man
you
was
said he
run.
came for the loan.
The man ran away.
He came for the loan.
He came for the loan and ran away.
So, and when the
Ran away
bank
with-
went bankrupt, you were arrested?
Yeah.
When was this?
2014.
2014.
Yeah. 2014.
So how
please.
long have you been in prison?
1.5 months.
That will be 4 years, I suppose. That will be 4 years, right?
Oh, sorry, my lord. Because of the beating.
prison.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So
yes, I understand.
So that's how you got the bump on your head?
yes,
Who did this to you?
I hear some noise, shouting. I hear some people shouting at the a place. So I decided to run. So I hit someone, and somebody gave me a knock.
Was this intentional?
Well, I can't tell because of
The stampede?
yeah.
When you were arrested, were you giving a lawyer? Was your case tried? Were you brought to court?
No.
Up till now, this is your first time appearing in court since your arrest?
Yeah.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, counsel. Mr. State Prosecutor, I guess this one is straightforward and you don't need to belabor the point.
At all.
So we can consider him released from your
Yes, my
questioning.
lord.
Thank you very much. Mr. Witness, you may please return to your seat.
Thank you, my lord.
Thank you very much. Well, Mr. State Prosecutor, I guess in your consequence, do you have a witness to call?
Yes, my lord, I do. My lord, may I be permitted to cross carpet for a minute? May I be permitted to call upon their last witness who has not been to the stand yet?
Very well.
Madam.
But you will be advised that she is heeding to your call as a hostile witness.
Yes, my lord. I will
All
not badger the witness as it is not of my nature. Madam, what is your name?
Pacho, your friend Sadia.
Another one?
How am I?
Counsel, you should have done your research before calling on their witness.
Yeah, you said that you asked Pa. Your Pa have not told you that the woman can speak English. You have a yikalo.
Counsel, the court appreciates your offer to interpret.
Very good.
Shall we carry on?
I beg you, my name is called Sadia.
Yeah, Sadia, how are you married?
Mpacho, I'm married.
I beg you, have Mali. Leave me alone.
Counsel,
And how many kids do you have?
Me Pacho, me ni Nkola.
I beg you, have Mali. I beg you, I don't have a children.
Sadia, where is your husband?
Mpacho, sisi ya chimi kunu to prison.
I beg you, right now we have catch my husband to put in prison.
Sadia, are you aware of your husband's offense?
Mpacho, nyaminim ne se no owo ejumima oton ne ponchina. Yese yabechina akoto prison.
What I know is to say that I'm a selling goods and in shapes that the people have come to harass him, to arrest him.
Sadia, on that day, the 17th of June, when your husband's uncle came to you to tell you what your husband had threatened him with, What did you stand in front of the man and tell him?
Mpacho me kunu wafano me dabena o say daben.
Dana oba oba ka che say okunu ba be and say yeah oba Sorry, my lord. Just the rise of 10% emotions.
Mpacho bosumi miensa ni me hu sa papa ni.
Hey!
Me I beg you. 3 months I've seen the man. No.
My lord, I put you to this witness as it is in the rejected exhibit here.
Counsel,
Me hu ni.
rejected and you still want to
I have
refer to
seen
my
no.
counsel?
My lord, inferences because she is lying on.
Counsel, once rejected, it cannot be referred to in my court.
No further questions, my lord.
Counsel, I'm very disappointed in your line of proceedings at this point. A man of your experience and caliber should not allow yourself to be drawn into such circumstances that throws great spite on your incredible record.
Lawyer, when me hipa, I say who na obusa say.
Counsel,
Yes, I think that we have changed it.
Madam Sadia, thank you very much. You may please return to your seats. And so I take it we have no more witnesses to call from your end.
Oh, my lord, I haven't started my witnesses. I only asked to cross carpet. I do have a witness here.
Well,
my witness.
You will proceed. I'll give you just 5 minutes to get through with this one.
Yes, my lord. I would call onto the stand Mr. Tamaklo, Solomon.
Well.
Solomon Tamaklo. Now, my lord, before I proceed, I already stated for records that this country, this republic, this state, we are a member of the United Nations and we are under Universal Declaration on Human Rights. We respect that, and so we are against cruel treatment and torture of even prison inmates who are being punished for offenses they committed and also being rehabilitated in terms of state of mind and attitude. My lord, I will proceed with my questions. What is your name for the records of the court?
My name is Solomon Tamaklo.
Solomon Tamaklo, how old are you?
I'll be 41 this month.
You'll be 41 this month. Solomon, you sound pretty well spoken. What's your level of education?
I completed university and I have a master's degree as well.
You have a master's degree.
Yes, please.
Solomon, kindly speak up for the court because I believe everybody is clearly listening. Repeat your level of education again.
I said I have a master's degree.
He has a master's degree. For the records of this court, this man has a master's degree. So where did you come from? Did you come from home? Or
No, I'm coming from the prisons.
You are a prisoner?
Yes, I'm a prisoner.
Such a fine-looking young man.
Yes, please, I am.
How long have you been in prison?
I've been there for 2 years now.
For 2 years you have been in prison. What was your offense?
I had an issue at work. I was actually a financial secretary for a company, but for some reasons I wouldn't like to mention the name of that company.
Good.
And then we had something which was very wrong there and I was
Solomon,
arrested.
please, this point, go straight to the point. What did you do? Why have you been in prison for the past 2 years? What did you do?
Thank you. We had some money missing from our workplace, and then I was.
Who stole that money?
I actually don't know. I don't know about that one. But then I was brought out as the person who stole that money. That's why I was arrested.
So a court convicted you of the offense?
Yes, because of the witnesses that came from my workplace.
Well, a court convicted you of the offense?
Yes, please.
Very well.
How long have you been in prison for?
I've been there for 2 years now.
And what is your jail term? How many years are you serving?
I'm to serve 5 years.
How come a prisoner in Nsawam as well, like the one who just came, you look well fed and so well nourished? Are you sick?
Yes, I am.
You are sick?
Yeah, I'm sick.
What's wrong with you?
I've been diagnosed with cancer. That is stage 4 cancer.
Cancer of what?
Of the kidney.
But you are still in prison?
Yes, I'm still in prison.
Are you being taken care of well?
Yeah, very well.
Are you being fed well?
Being fed
Do you
very
bath?
well. Yeah, 3
Do you
times
sleep
daily.
in a room where people cannot even get places to step upon?
My room is not congested, please.
Wow. Are you attended to by doctors and nurses?
Like when it's time for me to go to the hospital, they have ambulance that comes for me every time.
But you are in Nsawam. Are you sure you are in Nsawam?
No, I'm in Kumasi prisons.
Kumasi prisons. It's also a state prison, right?
Yeah, it's a state prison.
No further questions, my lord.
Thank you very much, counsel. The witness is yours.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much. Please, your name again.
Solomon Temaklo.
And you were convicted by the court, yes?
Yes, please.
But in true fact, did you commit the crime?
Objection, my lord. We are not here to question the true fact of a court ruling.
Sustained. Counsel, you may be advised on your line of questioning.
Okay, Your Honor. You said you've been in jail for 2 years and you're supposed to serve 5. So you've done 2?
Yeah, I've done 2.
How many years to serve?
3 years more.
3 years more.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said you're sick?
Yeah, I'm very
What's
sick.
wrong with you?
I have a cancer of the kidney.
And you're in the Kumasi prison?
Yes, I'm in the Kumasi prisons.
Is there a special place for
Is this
people like
Kumasi
you?
or in Sawam?
Kumasi.
Your Honor.
Objection, my lord. He did state, I asked the leading question, are you in Nsawam? And he said, no, Kumasi. And it is also a state prison.
Very well.
I raised an objection to something before, my lord. It is that I think my fellow counsel is already asking for restated facts.
Your Honor, I'm driving at a point.
That is inconsequential. Allow her to run her argument.
Okay, my lord.
So is there a special place for people like you, like people who are sick and need special treatment?
There's no special place. We all the prisoners in that prisons, we all live at the same place.
You live at the same place, the same conditions.
Same condition.
In
spite of my condition, just that I'm being treated special. That's when I'm supposed to go to the hospital. That's
Really?
the only time I get a special. Apart from that, we are all treated equally.
You're treated equally, the same food
Yeah.
and everything. So how
Same
special?
food, everything.
So what's the special treatment?
Like others, when others are sick, normally they invite doctors to come to the prisons. But for me, in science, I'm always being called to be taken to the hospital.
With your condition,
anytime.
you don't have any special diet?
No, I don't have any special diet for now.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Mr. Witness.
Your Honor, I have to further my questions.
Objection, my lord. My lord, how many counsels are running lead on this case?
Your Honor, the time you start, I am chair 1. This woman is chair 2. That time you talk the thing, the woman said I want to become chair 1. So me too, I become chair 2. So if chair 2 wants to say something, what is my problem to that?
Counsel, I think that you don't need to belabor the points from this witness.
Who, this man?
Yes.
I want to
Thank
ask
you,
you one
Lord.
question.
You have one question.
Yeah.
One single question.
Yeah.
Very well. Let's allow him the opportunity.
Very good. So, you said that you are Kumasi pleasing. That praise, the praise that you sweep, if you look at the praise that you sweep, and the people who are, all the principal who are there, are you happy?
No one is happy to be in a prison.
But you, are you
Objection, my lord.
I'm not happy.
That question was
Very
answered.
good.
He asked one question.
Thank you. Mr. Tamaklo, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Please return to
My
your
lord, I would like to run a quick counter to the last question.
I'm
of my
sorry,
witness.
you've lost the opportunity. This is your client, remember. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think the case before us is one of public interest. It's one that is very, very crucial. And sitting in the position in which I sit, I need to be very, very careful in how I consider it. And so for that reason, we do have the honor of a noble, distinguished gentleman who would stand as witness, as a friend of the court, to support us in arriving at a conclusion that would be in the best interests of all parties and of the country.
Okay.
And so very respectfully, Punisher, if you can please see to our expert witness and bring him to the stand, we'll be grateful. He would provide you with the facts and speak for himself.
Yeah, so the man is a amicus curiae.
Amicus curiae.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the court, sir.
Thank
may
you, Your
please
Honor.
Take a stand.
Hey.
Would you do the court the honor of introducing yourself and telling us?
Of course.
My lord, before you proceed with this expert witness, I do not know if for a fact if the clerks made you aware, but this expert witness here has been tried, has been brought to court by the state before, so I have a feeling there might be a conflict of interest in this ruling, my lord.
Counsel.
My lord.
Your point is very well noted, and the court will take it under advisement.
Thank you.
But for now, we'll proceed.
Thank you, my lord.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe this is a court of record. For the record, my name is Dr. Ken Safo, BSc Human Biology, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, School of Medical Sciences, MBCHB Part 1A and B.
Milo, do we need all these?
Yes,
yeah, I need him.
MPH, MBSSB, CPM, FIGG, MGCS, for brevity, and so that we don't spend too much time. I would like to know and mark my identity. I'm specialist, ubiquitous, and public interest advocate, my lord.
Fantastic. And you are here as a friend of the court?
Amicus curiae, legally speaking.
Very well noted. All right, sir. What facts would you like to adduce to the court in supporting us to evaluate this case that's before us?
You see, sir, Your Honor, the state, government of Ghana, and its prison service, I believe, has been perpetuating unpardonable crimes.
Objection, my lord.
Counsel, this is a friend of the court. He is not a witness. He's providing information.
My lord, your friend
The
is a declared
court-
enemy from his first statement to this court.
Counsel,
My lord,
you made a point clear and the court has taken it under advisement.
my lord, take it.
Unless you do not trust the competence of my good self to evaluate things in fair view, you would please remain in your seat and allow this to proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Objection, Your Honor. As the man was said, he was opening his mouth, insulting you.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah. Titan time.
My lord, that is not true. I have not uttered a word or even mumbled.
So, counsel, are you saying that my head is not what he's saying?
That is his opinion, my lord.
And what is your opinion?
All opinions are like noses, my lord. Each one has one.
So you have yours. So what is your opinion about my head?
It's my opinion, my lord.
I want to hear your opinion, counsel.
Yes, we want to hear.
I want to hear your opinion, counsel.
In open court, my lord?
Yes, I do want
May
to
I
hear.
approach the bench?
I want to hear your opinion right from where you're
My lord,
standing. Counsel!
I can't lie, my lord. You have a peculiar head, but it all adds to the person you are.
Well, peculiar is acceptable unto me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my lord.
Please proceed, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. I think that if I say that the state is perpetuating crimes, I'm well within my rights.
Please proceed.
And I will give you an example.
Yes, do.
The Northern Sector main prison. It was built for 800 inmates. And because of congestion, the capacity was increased to 1,000. As I speak, it holds 1,835 inmates.
No.
And about a quarter of them are remand prisoners.
Hey, what? Hey, what?
And my lord, remand prisoners, if I may, are prisoners who are held in prison standing trial.
That's right.
Oftentimes, they are given warrants of commitment. And by the way, warrant of commitment.
Oh, please,
It's
Mr. Safo,
that is antagonizing, my lord.
Dr. Safo, you would address the court and desist from addressing any other person.
Your Honor, I proceed.
Please do.
As I was saying, the warrant of commitment is a document that is given to the prison that specifies the reason for which the prisoner should be held. And oftentimes, it states the duration. Yes, for the remand prisoners, that duration in Ghana is 14 days.
14 days.
There are remand prisoners who have been there for 15 years. Their case has not been heard. If if the warrant of commitment will be renewed, it is only before a court of competent jurisdiction like yours.
And does the
And many of them are there without renewal. Is that not crime, Your Honor?
But does the system allow the opportunity for continuous renewal?
Well, that's why some of us are here. That the state must do its part, provide petrol, provide vehicles, provide legal counsel for these prisoners who are on remand so that the case can be heard expeditiously. The last time the Justice for All program did a mass adjudication, many of them were freed because they had no crimes. When they stood trial, I contend that there are many on remand who may be innocent.
Yes.
And as they continue to be held, it is a perpetration of injustice against their human rights. And I state that emphatically. Mark my identity. Specialist ubiquitous public interest advocate. And as I say, the congestion is such that, look, if you have quota of such inmates in the Northern Sector Central Prison being on remand, then we are talking the arithmetic, we are talking 458 thereabout. And it's adding to congestion.
Counsel.
They can't sleep well. They virtually squeeze themselves into spaces. And if they have skin conditions, they transmit. One skin condition that I have diagnosed in prison during my prison health checks is called dermatosis incrustasorium. May I translate?
I think it's quite clear to us.
You know.
I think it's quite clear to us.
Very well, counsel.
Dr. Safo, the court finds itself in a rather peculiar situation where I'm sure you'd agree that the state has significant challenges relating to budgeting, relating to planning.
You are right, Your Honor.
So
and this is one of the challenges. Because of that, people, a prison that is built for 1,000 holds 1,835.
So
why can't we allocate resources for one, expansion, and then even possible relocation? Because the current place now, the prison is almost in town, and even space to expand may be a problem. Relocation may be an option. You see, Your Honor, because of that, there's so much congestion, there's reduced ventilation. And in prison, you are very lucky you have not been to prison. Otherwise, you realize that the walls are very high so that there will not be prison break. The windows are very small and they are high up, reducing ventilation.
Milord, in my
so
opinion,
that
I believe we have had enough, Milord.
Also, I would be the only one to declare whether we have had enough or not.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm arriving at a point. And when there's limited ventilation, they can't breathe well. There's something we call ventilation perfusion mix. Should I break it down?
I think it's very well understood.
Okay, so that they have infection.
Dr. Safo.
Infection. One of them is called pneumoconiosis. They have infection. And if you are on remand and probably innocent and you get infection there, I think that you have something to say to the state.
Dr. Safo, this may be unconventional, but considering the import of your submissions to this court and arrival of its conclusion, I would allow each counsel a single opportunity of just one question.
Very well, sir.
So that you may bring your experience to bear, and then we'll wrap it up.
Very well, sir. I'm well and able.
Counsel, would you
Your
have a
Honor,
question?
my counsel have told me to take this wine.
Very well.
So, I'm in schooling.
Amicus curiae, legally speaking.
All right, speak. Tell me,
One
you have
question.
talked plenty. You say what?
One question.
Yeah, only one.
Very well.
You have talked plenty. So, what you are saying is that the pleasing this thing, it starts from hot time. And it has come, so right now, you can say that thing, the government don't like it or he like it. Tell me.
You are right, Your Honor. It is too unbearable now. And I think that this prison congestion has been long-standing. It is time something is done about it.
Thank you very much.
I think that it's against the human rights of those inmates, especially those who may be innocent. And I think that the state has to do something about it urgently.
Very good. So it starts from some time ago.
Very well, counsel.
It's been long-standing.
Very good.
It's been long-standing.
You say long-standing.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. State Prosecutor.
Yes, my lord.
One question.
Dr. Safo.
Yes,
Are you
specialist ubiquitous public interest advocate.
Are you aware of persons like Solomon Tamaklo here who receive some sort of special treatment?
Well, Your Honor,
Lord,
I wish...
This evokes a yes or no.
I
no
wish...
further illustrations.
Counsel, a simple, doctor, a simple yes or no will suffice. In this
Are
case.
you aware of such persons in prisons, the same prison system you are here ruining down? Are you aware, yes or no?
Well, Your Honor...
There's no well,
yes,
yes or no.
Or no. But if he can repeat his question and make it clearer so that I can give the right answer as I deem fit.
Okay, Dr. Safo.
Ken Safo, specialist, ubiquitous, public interest advocate.
That is established. That is established.
Mark my identity,
The
Your
question,
Honor.
please.
Are you aware of persons like Solomon Tamaklo here with cancer who are given special treatment by the prisons?
Well, Your Honor, that may be so.
Thank
But
you.
those are called special
We
cases.
know their names.
They are called special cases because they may have ill health and then they may have to be granted some kind of special treatment, otherwise demise, they pass.
Thank you very much.
Even so, Your Honor, I think without being specific about prisoner Tamaklo, who are only occasionally given preferential treatment, I have my views anyway, but for health, I can't contest it. I think that there's a lot that has to be done for prisoner rehabilitation, and I believe that you know, make me end my testimony without suggesting a way forward.
Very well. You would make it up very quickly for us, please. Just straight to the point. What suggestion would you offer?
Yes. Oh, you know that because of the advent of the special prosecutor, you know the special prosecutor?
Yes, I do know. Please quickly.
Martin Alidu.
Amidu, rather.
Ah, thank you, Your Honor. Maybe we have to help so that many remand prisoners, their cases can be heard expeditiously, so that those that are innocent can be freed. That will reduce the congestion.
Very well.
Prisoner rehabilitation has to be taken seriously because those who are held for armed robbery, for instance, 15 years they come out, no rehabilitation, they will go back to it. The state has to do. But one last one, Your Honor, if I may.
That would be your very final point, please.
Yes, I take note of your time and I respect
Please
Your Honor.
proceed quickly.
The Northern Sector Central Prison, it does not have a penitentiary, a correctional home for young offenders. This is something that is bordering on congestion because some have had to be incarcerated in the adult prison, and that is not good to mix young people with adults. There has to be a correctional home, otherwise these young ones will live even more hardened. I conclude my testimony, Your Honor.
Dr. Safo, the court
Yes,
is
Your
very
Honor.
grateful for your time, and I think people like you should be commended for putting your services at the doorstep of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. You may please take
Ken
your
Safo, specialist ubiquitous public interest advocate. Mark my identity, Your Honor.
Your identity is well duly marked. Thank you very much, sir. You may be excused. Punisher, would you please see to it that Dr. Well, I think I have come to a conclusion on this matter. Will counsels please rise to your feet? The judicial system and indeed the prison system was established for due reason, for the fact that law and order needs to prevail, and citizens must find a way to coexist even when they become foul of the law. And yet, one being caught foul of the law and duly tried and sentenced does not take away any right that they may have, first as human beings, second as citizens of the land. Inasmuch as, of course, their privileges will be curtailed significantly as punishment for their crimes. But of course, it's important to also establish that the system is not just about punishment. It is also about rehabilitation, so that these persons can be reintegrated into society. The state obviously has a significant responsibility. Once the state takes upon itself the responsibility of forming laws and putting in place the system, the state must make sure that the system works. And for far too long, I believe the state has used a fact, though, of limited resources as an excuse. But I don't think that the court should consider this a worthy excuse. And yet, I believe that the bigger fault of the state is not about limited resources, but is about effective planning and indeed foresight. I believe the state should be able to consider, first of all, its punishment regimes and advise, in consultation with the Chief Justice, advise the Judicial Service in considering other remedies. For example, the state can decide to consider, in place of custodial sentences and custodial remands, probably creating a remand prison separate from the convicted prisoners' facilities that are available, and any other options that I'm sure various experts can contribute to finding solutions to. When it comes to the matter of special needs and special privileges, in as much as in this case it may serve to the advantage of Mr. Tamaklo here, in the same vein, I believe it also stems against every other prisoner, because I do not believe that one's disadvantaged position should create a disadvantage for another person. After all, they are all prisoners convicted by the same system into the same prison. And so, as unconventional as this may sound, my judgment on this matter is that, one, the state shall immediately put in place a team to evaluate every single remand case that pertains within every single prison of this country. In putting together this plan, the state will be well advised to advise the courts within what time period this can be executed. And as that goes on, the state should again find appropriate remedies to ensure that new cases that are coming to the court are streamlined and that their processes for remand do not pertain infinitum. Because obviously 14, 15 years is completely unthinkable for a prisoner to remain on remand. And it is inexcusable.
Yeah.
You and I could be found foul of the law at any point in time. And let's note that somebody's entire lifetime may be just a few months. Exactly. And so to spend 14 years or above, I mean, it is so unquestionable. And so, the state will take due care to effect this plan and roll out a careful implementation of expanding the prison facilities, expanding resources that are made available to the prison service to support in their operations. A report on this should reach the court within the next 14 days so that the court will duly supervise and make sure that citizens of this country, prisoners or otherwise, will be duly served and their rights fully respected. In the light of this, the state will be charged with the legal fees of counsel on this case, and as well, the state will be fined an amount of 20,000 Ghana cedis in the service of the court. This case is adjourned.
Ah!
All right.
You have
Your
wait.
Lordship, Judge Obumpa, Kabuke.
Munyache moye, munyache moko, nasuma babu amiyo. Get us a shit, roye kankan, and a dream ukuto. Africa, sepe jumampoa, it is whom you know. Arehukuti, nashe makumado. Ehu Afrikenya buano, Ehu Afrikenya buano, Ehu Afrikenya buano. Ehu Afrikenya buano na ya kolo. Let us all unite and celebrate together. The victory is won for our liberation. Let us dedicate ourselves to rise together to defend our liberty and unity. Oh, 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 sons and daughters of Africa, flesh of the sun and flesh of the sky. Let us make Africa the tree of life.